Yeah, hello, this is Christoph speaking, and this is a short demo of the new Camel JBang Kubernetes plugin. So I have a very simple Java route. It is just logging periodically this camel logs with a timer, and not surprisingly with JBang, I can just run this sample.java file with camel run, and this runs it locally on my machine very quickly, and we can see that it prints out this message periodically. So the Camel JBang provides the concept of plugins. So there's a new plugin which is called Kubernetes, and I have also installed this Kubernetes plugin already. And this gives me the opportunity to say camel Kubernetes. Let's have a look into the available commands. We have some subcommands here like run, export, delete, and logs. And with this plugin, I can just say Kubernetes run sample.java. First of all, maybe let's have a look. I have a local kind cluster, and I have no pods running in this namespace. So let's say camel Kubernetes run. I have to specify the registry, the image registry, which is kind. And this now uses the export functionality of Camel JBang to export a Quarkus Maven project out of this sample.java. And in addition to that, the Kubernetes plugin will generate the Kubernetes manifest, which holds the deployment configuration and everything that is needed to actually run this application on Kubernetes. And there are several steps now. If I just execute this, it will now export this into a Maven project. Then it will run the arbitrary Maven package with the Kubernetes extension for Quarkus, which deploys the application to Kubernetes using this Kubernetes manifest that I was talking about. So if I say kget pods, now I should have this sample here running. And if I have a look into the logs here, -f, I can see that this is running and also printing the message. So how does it work? As I said, this uses the export functionality. So in .camel JBang run, I should have a new project folder sample, and this generated a totally normal Maven project with Quarkus. So if I have a look into the POM, this is nothing but a normal Quarkus application. It uses the dependencies, it uses the Kubernetes Quarkus extension, it uses jib to actually build the image and pushes it to the kind registry and then performs the deployment. So the Kubernetes manifest that I was talking about is in target Kubernetes, and here we have this Kubernetes YAML file. This was generated by Quarkus, and Quarkus generates a service for that, and it generates the deployment for this application. And in the container, we see that the container image is the image that was built with jib. So this is nothing specific to Camel. This is all pure Quarkus and Maven functionality. And now what we can do is, if I go back to the folder, if we say, where's the run command? If we say Kubernetes run -- registry kind, we can also leverage the camel k traits in this Kubernetes plugin. So I can say -- env, my env var is foo, and also print the logs. And now, of course, I need to go to the sample.java, and instead of printing this camel rocks message, I just say $env my env var. So now I'm just printing the value of the environment variable. So let's save that and go back, and now let's just run this with the -env. My env var is foo, and let's wait for the logs with -logs. The export again and the deployment to Kubernetes, and hopefully we will see the output now being the value of the environment variable. And this in the background uses the Camel K trait, the environment trait, to configure this environment variable as part of the Kubernetes deployment. So this is working, nice. And if I say -output YAML, I will not run this sample, but it will just do the export and print the Kubernetes manifest that was generated with this -output option, so that we can see that actually the generated manifest from Quarkus is having this environment variable set. And this gives us a lot of configuration power, because I can use the traits from Camel K. I can say -config, for instance, and reference a config map, which is called my data config map. This is the syntax -config, and the generated Kubernetes manifest should now have some volume mounts and some volumes to reference this my data config map. You can see this here. Here's the volume mounts and the volumes, and everything is set up to run on Kubernetes with this config map. It's just an example, but we can have a look into the Kubernetes run options, which basically gives us the same options as Camel K, and all the traits that are behind this configuration options are actually helping us to configure the deployment for Kubernetes using the so-called Kubernetes manifest that I have shown. And then the usual way of running apps on Kubernetes, how Quarkus, how Spring Boot is doing, can be leveraged to actually combine this with the trait functionality that we already have also in Camel K, but all without the Camel K operator. So another thing, and maybe let's delete the running sample. There's also a Kubernetes delete command where I can say delete --name sample, and it will use the generated manifest to deploy to delete everything from the Kubernetes namespace. So now this service and the deployment have been removed, and in the namespace I have nothing running. So another thing I want to show is how to run or integrate with Camel K integrations. This is this is a simple integration. It's a Camel K custom resource, and the really nice thing is that with Camel JBang you can just run this Camel K integration also locally. So this is locally running now the integration printing out hello from Camel K every 5 seconds. And with the Kubernetes plugin, I'm also able to run this on Kubernetes without the Camel K operator being installed. So image registry kind, and I run this simple YAML. It will again export to a normal Maven project with Quarkus, deploy this with the Kubernetes manifest, and then we can run this integration custom resource without the Camel K operator being installed, and also the custom resource definition is not present on this kind cluster that I have right now. So it will take a few seconds to deploy, and now I have this simple running, and I can also say camel Kubernetes logs minus name simple, and have a look into the pod logs, and it's working. So the same thing applies for pipes. So if we have this timer source pipe, this is a pipe custom resource definition or custom resource. It uses also the timer to log, and I can just simply say camel Kubernetes run timer source pipe, and this will also run the pipe without the Camel K operator, but with the normal Kubernetes deployment, because at the very end the camel main and the camel core functionality is able to also run this pipe. So I have now the timer source also running, and if I say here timer source pipe, then I should be able to see the logs, and it's printing out hello from Camel K. So this is pretty much the demo of the Kubernetes plugin, and again, it is using no operator, no Camel K operator, but it also has a quite easy way to run Camel applications on Kubernetes with the normal Kubernetes deployment. There's also a --dev option where you can have the hot reload, and it's working as expected. So thanks for watching.